Alright, what's going on, everybody? In the premium, welcome back. We're going to be back testing my past week, because last week I went about break even on the week, but I feel like 2 of the days where I went red could have been avoided. So, let's talk about it. Let's go to Monday first. This trade, I'm going to remove this because this was going into a fresh 5-minute. So, what happens off open? So, we're inside this 4-hour gap. This big 4 hours, so we're bearish until we can get above the gap. So what do I want to see happen? We sell off and we open up this 5-minute. We also respect these 15s, so I want to see a continuation short off of the 5-minute. Why? We're following our bias. We have this external session liquidity. We're still inside this higher time frame, 4 hours. So we want to see what? We want to see an inverse, an internal SMT, etc. So let's see if we get that. Fuck, I just did that dumbass shit. Okay, so we made this gap and also have an SMT with the 930 high, which is always a very crucial SMT. So we get this inverse on the 30. And now when we have this SMT, we do not want to see a new high get put in after getting our inverse. So we put the stop above the high and then you go for a 1-to-1. And then that was the trade I took on Monday. So why did I like this? We're following our bias. We're still inside the 4 hour. We have rejection out of a 5-minute and a 4 hour, an internal SMT, an external SMT on the 4 hour as well, which I did not show. 30-second inverse, external liquidity below with the London and Asia session liquidity. So yeah, so that would be Monday's trade. Now let's go to Tuesday's trade, which was another win for me, which I also journaled here. Obviously, I journal all my close. So this was the Monday trade, as you can see. Same exact thing. Lows, SMT, inverse fair value gap. And yeah, that was the trade. And then here, same type of thing as you're going to see in a minute here. Are we reacting off anything? Before market open, I got to see what are we inversing and what are we respecting. So right here, we have this hourly gap that we're trying to push up through. We have this 4-hour gap that we already inversed. We have London, we have New York high. So we're like, all right, can we get above this hourly gap, right? What happens? At open, we push up and we wick London. And then, after wicking London, we respect this 5-minute. And then what do we do after respecting this 5-minute? Well, if you see right here, we had this 15-minute fair value gap. I'm always looking at, on the higher time frame, what gaps are getting respected and what gaps are getting disrespected. At open, we inverse this 15-minute to the upside, meaning that we have flipped to bullish order flow. So now, after doing that, we come back into this 5-minute that we opened, and what happened? We get an internal SMT, always what you want to see. So what happens? We took out the 930 low on NQ, but not on ES, as we can see over here. So now we have this 30-second. We have, what do we have on the higher time frame? We have highs above. Let's see if we have any like unfilled gaps or anything that we could target. We have this high right here, which I think we had already hit, to be honest. We have this high right here. So we have external highs above. So we want to see that high get hit. We have the inverse. Let's see if we can get it. Okay. Nothing yet. Okay, what the fuck? There we go. Let's see here. Still an SMT with pre-market lows. Forgot about this move down, actually. So now, alright, can we get this 30-second inversion coming out of the 5-minute gap? Yes, so there's the inversion, there's the internal SMT, there's the respect of the 5, and you know what else we did? We actually retapped that 15-minute inversion that happened. So now we get that, and now there's 2 ways you could trade. I like to go for the quick 1-to-1, stop below the low. 1-to-1 would be about here, or you could be like very, very confident and just go for the next external draw. So I usually just go 1-to-1, but as you can see, both ended up playing out for an absolute dub. That was the first external draw with an hourly high, and then there was a 4-hour high up here, which might get hit as well. Let's see. I assume it's going to get hit probably right at 11. Guess not. Okay, that's why I take my profits. But yeah, you could have at peak gotten about 4.4 RR here, but pretty simple trade. Once again, same dynamic. We got that 5-minute respect. We got that continuation. External SMT, internal SMT, etc. Now let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday was absolutely horrible. I honestly saw most people losing or not taking a trade on Wednesday anyway, and I went break even on a trade. Which was, I believe there was 10 a.m. news, right? So we opened up this 5-minute, we pumped to Asia. So what did I want to see? As you can see, we just kept on pumping. So what did I want to see at 10 a.m. with news? I wanted to see us manipulate into a 5-minute, especially right here. As you can see, we have already tapped a 5-minute on ES. Let me get down here. So we tap a 5-minute on ES. Oh my goodness, can't get shit. I actually didn't even look at this 15 seconds, so this would be a 5-minute respect on ES. I'm assuming there's an internal SMT here. Yeah. Internal SMT, 15-second inversion. I actually didn't even look at this trade, to be honest with you. Super small stop, so I probably wouldn't even take this. Just try for a new high, but it'll probably get... Oh, okay. Alright, so there was a win on this day, actually. Very, very small one. But there was a win. This would be a internal SMT 5-minute respect by ES. No 5-minute respect by NQ. Just take it to a new high. So that's actually not a bad trade at all. You get the 5-minute rejection. You get the internal SMT. External wise, I'm not even really looking at them. IFVG. Let's see if there was any external liquidity. Nothing great. Yeah, nothing amazing here. Didn't look like any SMTs either. Maybe a pre-market one, but yeah, there was a pre-market SMT here that started this move, so there is an external SMT. You get the long, so there actually was a winning trade. The trade I ended up taking was at 10 a.m. actually, which was off this, which is where we finally got the respect of the 5-minute on NQ, and then I believe this candle was 10 a.m. news. So I wanted to see this 10 a.m. news candle get hit, and it did, and that's when I went break even. So I took the inversion off the 10 a.m., so I ended up getting in like very, very shit. Like I got it off a re-respect. Wanted to go break even here and then take profit here. Stop like here. Went break even, immediately got stopped break even. So yeah, that was Wednesday. Wednesday was very, very shitty. But yeah. And then, now Thursday and Friday were red days for me, but I want to show you guys the trades that I could have taken if I wasn't a fucking idiot. So let's get into it. What's happening at open? Let's check the 1 hour. We're respecting this 1 hour. We're sweeping London, so we're looking pretty bearish right now. Can we displace through these lows and everything like that? Let's see. At open, what do? We pump up, and then we go down. And what do we do when we do this? There's two possible setups that you could have taken here. One, we respect this 5-minute gap while also getting this SMT, while also getting this pre-market, where is it, 15-second inversion. So the close was pretty shit. It was right there. You could try to get like a re-respect of the fair value gap. And as you can see, this just absolutely disgustingly bleeds. So yeah, that was an absolutely A+ long that you could have taken, or short, sorry, off open. I don't love taking trades that close to open, but that's a possible trade you could have taken. And then, as you can see, we sweep London. And then when we sweep London, we just continue to displace. So ES probably wants this. Then, let's see what 10 a.m. does here. 10 a.m. opens up this 5-minute. Let me see if we had any 15-minute traces. Here, we get this big 15-minute gap open up. Let's see. And what do? We retrace into the 15-minute. And as you can see, we're fucking mooning on ES, so we have crazy SMTs here. See if we get like a 30-second or something. Nothing right now. Holy ass PA. Let's see here. We had this low. Really, the only trade you could have taken was we had an external SMT and we swept out this hourly low. So this was a long that you could have taken here. This is a 1 minute inversion. So this isn't bad. I mean, the only thing is that the hourly low is just so small. You could take it to the unfilled 15. That would be a mech model long, so you're going to an unfilled gap. So this trade is not bad at all. Doesn't look like we ended up getting anything out of the 15. It looks like we just lagged out of it. As you can see, we get whatever the fuck this is. And I think we just accumulate for most of the rest of the session. Let's see if we open up a 5 minute. Wow, this is really weird. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? What the like what? Why is that happening? Yeah, it's pretty shit price action. But yeah, that long, this was Thursday, that long with the external SMT and the hourly sweep was pretty solid. But honestly, the short at open would have just finished you off for the day. Pause with that 5 minute respect, internal SMT, 15-second inversion, pretty nice. So that was a good day. And then Friday, if you were patient, which I was not, which ended up fucking me, you could have gotten a very good setup. So let's go into what was happening coming into the day. We had this hourly gap here, and we're trying to see, okay, are we going to wick it, or are we going to inverse it? And what do we do right at open? We come down, and we sweep London. And then what do we do off of London? Well, that's a great question. We get no gaps, except for this 1 minute. And why is this 1 minute important? This 1 minute is important because we're sweeping London, but we're also re-respecting the hourly and coming back above that internal low inside of that hourly gap. So this long, although the close was shit, so you'd probably put the stop more below the fair value gap and go 1-to-1, was butter. A butter long right here. This is so nice because we're rejecting out of London low and the hourly gap, and we're coming back above with a great momentum close, this internal low. We have an SMT, I believe. Let's see if I'm tripping. Yep, we have an SMT with these pre-market lows. We have an external SMT with London because we didn't sweep it on ES. The 1 minute inverse, and we have external liquidity above with, I believe it was, I don't even remember what the fuck it was. Oh yeah, Asia from the other day, from 2 days ago. Very nice long, in my opinion. So that was butter. And then we also opened up this 5 minute, but then we inversed it, and I tried to long out of that, which was stupid of me. And then let's get to 10 a.m. 10 a.m. gave you an absolute beauty of a setup. We had 10 a.m. news. So here it is. What do we do at 10 a.m.? We were accumulating before. We make this data wick high, and then we manipulate to the downside and sweep Asia. Then what do we do off Asia? An immediate external SMT because ES did not sweep Asia. An inverse for value gap. Stop below the low. And then you can literally target that external data high draw because data highs are such a good draw. And bam, 1.86, no drawdown. Perfect fucking play. Like, this is so money, and I'm so mad that I took a trade before this. Because, look, we're accumulating. 10 a.m. news comes out. We manipulate down to a liquidity pool. We make an external SMT. We get a 1 minute inverse. Perfect V-shape, perfect momentum with data highs as a draw. This is an A-plus trade. So, yeah, that's how, if I could go back in time, I would trade Thursday and Friday. I would either not take a trade Thursday or try for that short off open, and then Friday this long was just too perfect to pass up. I think there ended up being a couple more trades on this Friday. Like, I think we like retraced into something. I can't even remember. Let me check. I think we retraced into this gap and got long or something. Bro, goddamn, I can't even remember. Let's see. Maybe it was shorts out of this 5 minute gap. I think that might have been it. So it'll probably be like something like this. Let's see if this prints. Guess not. So I don't even really remember. But that 10 a.m. AMD model data highs above is just so perfect. That was really the only trade that I had marked out for this back test. Pretty beautiful. Asia sweep, SMT. I mean the longs from was that here, I believe? The longs off of London with the internal. Why is this shit lagging so hard? Were just absolutely beautiful. So that was nice, and then the Asia long, very nice. Session liquidity just doing its thing. So yeah, that's how I would redo last week. Very nice week though. Just sucks we couldn't execute, but new week ahead.